American universities have come to a crossroads, decades in the making and accelerated by COVID-19. Students struggling with family finances and turned off by online learning are opting out, and colleges are hemorrhaging.
The prospect for the next few years is that we're going to see a culling of universities, a reduction in the number of them. It's estimated that as many as 20% will be gone within the decade.
Dr. Peter Wood heads the National Association of Scholars. His group works to reform higher ed, and Wood sees dramatic reorganization coming. This fall, undergraduate enrollment fell by close to 4%, including a 10% drop at public two-year colleges. The heart of the matter could be a number of Americans losing faith in these institutions that have gutted traditional content, like classes on Western civilization.
Many universities, most had this mentality that we are here to advance the health and flourishing of American democracy, the United States of America.
The chief academic officer of Regent University, Dr. Gerson Moreno-Riano, is one of a growing number of scholars who worry that public institutions in particular have lost their way.
What has replaced those courses at these elite institutions are what I would call are courses that focus on myopic visions of oppression, right? So you have courses on queering God, courses on how to start a revolution, how to overthrow the state.
Wood says the content has gradually shifted from critiquing American institutions to a wholesale rejection of them.
That's a revolutionary doctrine. It's one that you can understand why some people are drawn to. There's excitement in tearing things down.
Alongside promoting these revolutionary ideas comes stiff resistance and often outright rejection to opposing viewpoints. Students say they feel it. In a survey of 20,000, only 1 in 4 felt very comfortable talking with classmates about controversial politics like abortion, race, Israel, and gun control. And faculty are well aware that politically incorrect moves can cost them. Just last fall, the University of Southern California suspended a business professor who, while teaching online, explained a Chinese business word that mimics a racial slur in the U.S. Scott Shepard of the National Center for Public Policy Research says these types of incidents chill free speech and worse.
We got universities that will not hire conservatives, that conservatives who are on staff and have tenure are denied the right to academic freedom that the left has.
He and a growing number of conservatives have been working for years to reform higher ed. One plan, state laws that promote intellectual diversity. South Dakota requires campuses to publish reports explaining any actions to encourage it. A more radical plan, taking their money away.
What would it look like to defund universities? Advocates say it could start immediately with putting a stop to alumni giving and tuition payments.
Federal and state funding could also be reassessed.
The majority of public institutions, if not all, receive probably 1/3 of their support from public monies, tax monies, from the very citizens who are part of the very society that some of these institutions or faculty institutions want to eliminate. So I argue that if that is the case, then we should pull funding, public funding from those institutions.
And that comes with higher ed already on shaky financial ground.
With that kind of financial pressure on their bottom lines, I think colleges and universities may well get around to thinking about whether their business model actually works.
That could pave the way for universities to rethink curriculum while creating the best environments for students to truly learn from a variety of viewpoints. Heather Sells, CBN News.